If you are a teacher or just a really smart person and really getting serious about getting tutoring clients in 2026, this video is going to go into 5 key strategies you can use in 2026 that will work, if put into place well, to get tutoring clients for close to nothing. If you don't believe me, my name is Rebecca Beard. I own a fast growing tutoring company that we just finished our 2nd year. We went deep into the 6 figures in revenue last year and trying to break into 7 figures. And kind of in a holistic stance, I have a team of 65 teachers that I currently staff, actively get clients for in my local area. But I also used to be like you. I was a teacher. I taught for 5 years in the classroom. I've also tutored for over a decade, and I've done it all. I've done the big box tutoring company. I've done posting on Facebook. I've done Wisant. I've done a couple of others. So I've been there, done that, and I grew my tutoring company from just myself to where it is today. And I still actively use and using these strategies this year to get my teachers more clients. So if that sounds like you, let's go ahead and get started. Number one, and probably the best way to get tutoring clients in 2026 is going to be facilitating social media. And this might be a couple of different strategies than maybe you've thought of. And most people know social media is really good for marketing and trust and all that stuff, but we are in something called a trust recession. And what that means is parents are typically not trusting people with their child unless they have some form of connection with them or a friend has referred them. It is taking a lot more work to get tutoring clients instead of what it used to be about 10 to honestly 20 years ago. So how do you combat it in a free way? I really like Instagram. Instagram is kind of a slow growth method, but you can also tie it into Facebook. And what's really nice about it is turning on location settings. You can really use Instagram to find tutoring clients near you, because what you can do with this Instagram is you can, one, put your website in there. 2, you can do videos of you teaching, and it's really easy to do that. All you need is your iPhone or an Android if you're an Android person. And you need to tag the location you're in as you post, which is really easy as you're just scrolling through Instagram and uploading. Now, most people get really intimidated, and I talk a lot with my teachers trying to get them on camera, and some of them are fairly resistant to it. But you actually do not even need to show your face when you're teaching. A really great strategy for social media now that is killing it is, for example, if you're a math teacher, do a video or have your friend hold the video or like hold the phone of you solving a math problem, you talking through the video, you explaining it, and post that as your reel. And as you post a few, then you can post some photos of yourself, like either in the profile or even on like a carousel. You don't need to focus necessarily on getting a bajillion follows on Instagram. It actually doesn't really pay off. But what pays off is that will be your source of validation for sharing that link to get you new tutoring clients, because that will quickly show who you are, that you know what you're doing, and hopefully organically find you some more clients. Number 2, and this is an old school method that is still working, is consider dropping off flyers to especially schools. What we have consistently seen is flyer drops still work, especially in K through 5. We get tons of scans. People still actually like having tangible paper, and it will reach the target audience that maybe is not on social media. Because what is happening, and I have a kindergartner, I get it, I get tons of these papers that come home too, is that these are coming home with pictures, ideally pictures on your flyers about your tutoring service, a QR code, very simple, and you will likely get clients from that. And you're like, is the school gonna allow me? Well, you never know until you ask. For us, we do flyer drops at public schools and we have to go through the district office, but private schools are typically a little bit easier to do flyer drops. So do not be afraid to do that. Just be ready for the volume. Number 3 is make a decent website. Now, you don't have to go to town. You do not have to go all out. I am talking about a basic website that is a one-page website. People do not view you as legit in this day of age if you don't have a basic website. What you can do is we use Wix. There's also Square and Squarespace. There's so many website providers out there, but you need a one-page website that is going to cover who you are, what you do, why you're experienced, and some pictures. And if you can get a picture with a kid, that is like $1 million. And then ideally a way to contact you. That will validate that you are legit and that you are ready to work. Number 4 is going to be more controversial, and I actually have a video on my experience with this, and we'll make sure that we link it below too, is posting on Wyzant. Wyzant is a really good tool to find tutoring clients and actually grow your experience and your reputation. People get really mad at Wyzant because they take, I think right now it's a 20% cut. It could have changed at this point, that Wyzant takes a cut, but Wyzant does a ton of advertising and gets tons of people on that on that platform so you can find clients. Now, here's the thing with Wyzant. 1, you have to be aggressive with it. You got to make a good bio. You've got to do all the work. You got to put some photos up there. And then to find clients on Wyzant, you need to apply to jobs with it like a lunatic. So whenever people are posting in your area or even online, like, you are going to have to hustle. But the nice thing is, once you get that tutoring client, normally it's ongoing. People do not succeed on Wyzant mainly because they are not willing to put in the work. But if you think about it, you can easily spend about an hour a day on there, put on a good show, and then just go to town trying to find different tutoring clients, because it is a resource that markets a lot in many different areas. And once you get your Wyzant profile going, you will have a source of reviews and you can link it to your personal website to show that you are legit. Number 5 is probably the most overlooked thing, is actually post on your personal social media page at least once. Don't post daily, you're gonna annoy everybody. But your personal social media page knows you ideally and will likely refer you out, especially if you're a really good teacher. All it takes is to do a post with ideally your photo, because people will share it, not just a Canva graphic, but actually a photo of you and a little bit of a bio about yourself. And then you put in the top, looking for tutoring clients, because this will be very shareable for your friends and family that maybe they don't need a tutor, but they probably know someone, at least locally, who does. So do not avoid posting on your personal profile. If you are getting into tutoring, tell your friends and family. If you're good, they will likely refer you out, or they will help you make some connections. So don't leave that on the table. So in all, these are 5 very easy tactics that are cheap to free to go ahead and get your tutoring business started. If you are a teacher who wants to either make extra money or at some point completely leave the classroom and make tutoring full-time income, and yes, it's possible, I actually do that with a collection of the teachers that work for me, please make sure to check out my website below. This goes into a little tutorial about different strategies and more in-depth strategies of how to get tutoring clients for free. It also has a option where you can add on how to do group classes, which at this point I make thousands of dollars in 2 to 3 hours for a group class. So hit the subscribe button and let me know what you think in the comments. Good luck on your tutoring journey.